Hey, we
reap
got
what you
another
sow.
good story, which was last week. Those of our listeners and viewers that caught the show had the chance to hear from Peter Barber, who is the CEO and co-founder of ComCrop,
Indeed.
which is this new rooftop farming, industrial rooftop farming with aquaponics. And Peter very kindly dropped off this morning at the crack of dawn a bunch of their first crop of this week of fresh lettuce. And look how beautiful this stuff is. Available at, I'll do a quick commercial.
Well, I went straight on, as soon as I got home last week, I told my wife about it. We went straight online, had a look. It was available at
Fair Price.
Fair Price
Finest, I think, right?
Red Mart. If you do your shopping online, Red Mart, Lazada. It was available there. Super fresh, very, very competitive prices. And this is not a plug for the product. I'll say this unashamedly, Glenn. It's a plug for the planet. This is sustainable, homegrown fruit with a minimal carbon footprint, negligible transport costs. What is there not to like? This is why he keeps it so affordable.
You know, this whole concept of from farm to table, right?
Exactly.
Is absolutely what it is right here. This is not being flown in from China or from anywhere else.
Or even from Malaysia or Indonesia.
Even from Malaysia. This is right here in Singapore. Jobs to Singaporeans, technology developed in Singapore. And when you see, first of all, you see how beautiful this stuff is. It gets, it's within the same day it is harvested and makes it to the store. But the interesting thing is when you take it out of the package, you see on the bottom here, it is still in its little growth pod that it was grown in, right? In aquaponics, in their aquaponic tray. And so you keep it, as Peter described it, you keep it in this until you're picking the leaves off.
Exactly.
And it keeps it fresh in your refrigerator.
So it's as he said, it's literally still alive.
It's still alive
in my hand right now. This wonderfully fresh vegetable is still alive, still growing, still healthy. And if you're really smart, people listening on Facebook Live, I've got the QR code on the screen. Right. So you can even, scan that right now and find out more. Pesticide free, sustainable, and the produce of Singapore. I mean, how many correct, necessary boxes do you want to tick here for some lettuce? I mean, it's just perfect.
And it's called ComCrop, ComCrop.
Absolutely.
And they are
happy
expanding
to
across Singapore. They're working with JTC, putting these on the rooftops of big industrial buildings. Unfortunately, they can't really do it on the rooftop of the HDBs. They're not strong enough structurally because these greenhouses are big and they are industrial strength, right?
I mean, as the cost of living crisis,
thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter. Fantastic. And
it.
As the cost of living crisis takes hold, even in Singapore, I've seen a lot of social media posts this week. Wow, my food has gone up. My makan at the coffee shop's gone up. Drink prices have gone up quite a lot because they're, a lot of it is imported. And here we've got a homegrown product that negates all of that, that almost is a response to all of that. And the takeaway from last week, just briefly, that I went home and told my wife, this idea that we want to become a fruit and vegetable net exporter where we're going to produce more than we eat in a built-up city state in Singapore, right? We could potentially produce more food than we actually need to feed our own population. If that's not jaw-dropping best of science and entrepreneurialism at its best, I don't know what is.
That is one of Peter's dreams and goals, to make us Singapore a net exporter. Wouldn't
you imagine?
Be awesome.
Oh,
so let's get behind it, huh? Let's support it. Let's buy the local stuff. And now there are other producers as well, right? There are other aquaponic farms,
which he pointed out.
There are, some local and even some regional growers, that you can also. It doesn't matter who you support, but support local, right?
Yeah. Got a comment from Rohit coming in. Morning, Rohit.
Hey, Rohit.
30 by 30. It's happening.
It is happening.
That's right. As you know, Singapore government has set that target to produce 30% of our own food domestically by 2030. And with these guys on board, ComCrop, we're a huge step in that direction. Brilliant.